Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's August 24th, 2025, and today we're going to do a little post-crossing. Now, on Sundays, what I used to do was any available slot I had for post-crossing, I would send out a card for. Of late, on Sundays, what I've been doing is sending 5 cards only. That's because the price of postage has gotten more expensive. I have more direct swaps that I'm doing now. I have viewer mail that I respond to, and it all just kind of adds up. So in order to remain active with post-crossing, because I want to continue with this hobby, it's a great hobby, I do 5 cards every week if I have 5 slots available, which lately I have, so that's been good. So today's no exception. I'm going to do 5 cards today as well. And at the end, I will decorate one of those cards for you so you can kind of get an idea of my decorating style when I do it. But before I do that, I had made mention that I'd gotten some postcards for the channel all done up and some business cards for the channel all done up. And I was going to show it to you on the Friday video, and I forgot. And if you joined in the live stream on Saturday, I did show you then, but not everybody saw that live stream. So I thought I would show you once again today the cards that I got. Well, I got them done at Canva. So this is my non-sponsored ad. I've done them at Staples department store in the past and found that they were a bit flimsy. And when I went to Canva, I got a good deal on them. This time I ordered them, and I ordered them with envelopes by accident, but that's okay. I don't mind having extra envelopes. I use them for all sorts of things, including anyone that happens to be a stamp collector. I throw some stamps in here as well. So let's just take the band off of one and show you. This is the card that I got done. Does it look familiar? Well, of course, this is my intro shot that was done by a nice gentleman in Poland. And so he did such a good job with it. I thought I would use it as my thank you card for when I respond to people that write in. I wanted to have a card that represented the channel, and I think this one does a great job at that. You know, it tells you to subscribe. It's got little polo on there. It's got the Canadian hat on him, so you know you're Canadian. It's got my face, well, kind of my face, and postcards and stamps and a Lego print in the background. I think it's perfect for that. So I hope he enjoys the fact that I took that image and turned it into a postcard. So I had 100 of those made up, and this is my 3rd, I think, postcard for the channel. I've done some World Postcard Day postcards, and I am continuing to try to do one for this year as well. So that is the card, and I also got a little box, and I will get more of these, but these are my business cards. Some of you asked, why did you get a business card done up? Well, when I go and film at festivals and car shows and all sorts of things, people ask me, what am I filming for? Where can I find the video? And I tell them That Dad Guy, and sometimes they don't understand what I'm saying. They say That Bad Guy. And so I wanted something that was clear for them, that they didn't have to take a pen and write it down. And so I got this card, which is my postcard again, but on the back it has my That Dad Guy YouTube. It's got my Instagram, That Dad Guy 1974. It tells you to subscribe and follow. It's even got my Gmail up there in case someone wanted to get in touch with me. You know, I'm always looking to find new things to show, whether maybe I'm at a car show and someone says, you know what, I've got a barn full of cars. Yeah, I'd like to go and film that if possible, and maybe talk to the person about their passion for automobile collecting. That would be a cool thing to do. Or maybe they're a Lego collector like me and they've got a great Lego collection they want to show. Or maybe they're into stamp collecting and they've got a stamp collection they want to talk about. There are all sorts of great things. So I can just hand out these cards as I'm going and meeting people, and maybe that gives them a reminder to send me an email or watch my videos, subscribe, doing all those sort of fun things. So I thought it can't hurt to have a little bit of advertising in my pocket, so when I'm at these events I can hand them out. So that's what I did. So for those of you that watched the live stream and got a chance to see it then, well, that's great. We're doing it again. All right, let's get right into it. Oh, and make sure you like, you subscribe, you leave positive comments, you share with other people, you put the notification bell on so you don't miss out on anything. Let's get to the very first profile I drew today. It's going to Germany, and she says, hello, postcrossers. And she gives her name. I love to write and receive postcards. I love to spend much time out in nature, especially with my bicycle. In 2023, my husband and I made a bike trip through Carthia, Austria, and then Italy to the Adriatic Sea. It was a great experience for us. Other hobbies are reading books, meeting friends, traveling, cooking, and baking. I love animals, especially cows, birds, and hedgehogs. Woo, hedgehogs. My zodiac sign is Taurus. Maybe you have a postcard with a cow for me, but every postcard is welcome. Your words are more important to me than the picture on the postcard. Happy postcrossing and Italian postcrossers. I'm trying to learn Italian. Please rate in your language, but please use simple words. I'm a beginner. So I thought, cows. We've got cows around here. And in Prince Edward Island, they have Cow's ice cream. So what about this one? Moo A. Cow's ice cream put out postcards. They don't anymore, unfortunately. So these are collector's items going out into the world because they're now limited supply. So I thought, it's got a cow. It says Canada. It's got a hockey. It's ice cream. I thought it was perfect, right? All right. The next card is going to India. And she says she lives, I'll give you the exact spot. She lives in India. She's loving this hobby so far and feel connected. I love postcards which are from the below topics: Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, VW classic Beatles or Vans, Disney, Look, Where's Waldo, maxi cards, wooden cards, shaped cards, glittery 3D ones, Christmas cards, birthday cards in December, blue cat cards. It says, if you wish, you can send something depicting your country, like a small denomination currency, tea bags, coffee bags, coins, souvenirs, souvenir magnets, etc. for my collection, and I have a feeling more closely for your country. I'm also a decoupage artist and use beautiful tissues, so you can send me 2 beautiful tissues with lovely designs to me as well. I love to receive decorated cards. If you cannot, please do write about the place and culture of your food. Send written and stamped, and if you think the card can be damaged on its way, send it in an envelope if possible. Send whatever card you feel like sending and tell me about your favorite dish and festivals. Lots of love, waiting for beautiful cards from all over the world. Well, I am going to send a card. I'm not going to send it in an envelope. She says she likes Harry Potter. I have this Harry Potter pop figure card. My son's a collector of pop figures, so I thought it might be interesting. Maybe she's also interested in those kind of toys. Or collectibles, I should call them toys. Collectibles. And so I will decorate that maybe appropriately for her. So that's good. All right. The third profile is going to Germany. She says she's 43 years old. She has 2 sons, a 14 and 17-year-old. Now that her sons are old enough, she can go back to work. She first worked in a hospital, but in September 2025, I changed. So not yet. She's starting her new career soon if it's 2025. Or maybe it was meant to be 2024. I'm not sure. But she says she now works in a kindergarten as a teacher. This is the best job I've ever had. I'm happy with every day I go to work. My kids make every day special. I love the nature. Every day I walk more than 8 kilometers through the forest next to my house. I also love to get postcards. That's why I do postcrossing. I'm happy about every postcard, but I'm more happy about cards with pictures from your city or your country. My son collects cards with lions, tigers, and big cats. We would be happy if we get some cards for his collection. Well, I'm not sending big cats this time, but I am going to send something local-ish. And so this is Nova Scotia, the fishing boats at night, a meetup that we had in 2022. So it gives her an idea of what life in the Maritimes can be like. The next profile is going to Australia. She's widowed with 6 grandchildren. Her interests are contract bridge, which is a card game. She's a stamp collector. She's socializing with her friends. She's very interested in pen pals. She's got over 30 from around the world. She loves the Look cards and still has a few that she's outstanding. And she also likes cards about dreadful COVID. And it's been deadly all over the world. However, nice to have cards to show my family and their families in the future. We must all still be very careful. I find the different cultures interesting in countries throughout the world. I have a dear friend who is really interested in cave cards, if you have any. I wish you all the best for the future. And then her name. So, I looked for a COVID card. I used to have one that was on a stamp. I must have given it away because I can't find it now. So it must have gone out into the world already to someone else who was interested in that type of a topic. But I did find a cave card of Belize. So it was not a Canada cave, but a Belize cave. And so maybe her friend will like that. And it says Belize in natural color. And so it talks about the entrance to the cave at the bottom. The Acton Tunachil Muknal cave in the Cayo district. All right, so there's a cave card going off to Germany. The last profile that I have to show you today is going to the United Kingdom. She's 21 years old. She's from Manchester. I have just finished my undergraduate degree in history at the University of Nottingham. So I'm a massive history nerd, like me. I like reading. I read about 50 books a year. I like all genres, but especially history books. I like any postcard, but if you are looking for ideas, especially like history of your country or anywhere in the world, music, rock and roll, indie music, especially landmarks from your country, anything to do with sports, your favorite teams would be cool, Doctor Who, the TV show, vinyl records, any type of art, book, and literature, but I really don't mind what you send me. I enjoy getting postcards and cherish them all. Thank you. Well, this was a tough one. I really wanted to send her some history, and history of Canada especially, but I couldn't get over her being a Doctor Who fan, so it's got to be a Doctor Who card. This is Matt Smith playing the Doctor, and he's fiddling around with a Rubik's Cube. My son is also a big fan of the Rubik's Cube and could solve that particular one relatively easily. I was even playing with it again last night, so I thought that card has got to be the one to go, and that card is also the one we're going to decorate. Okay, I'm going to start with some washi tape down the corner. We're going to go with a bit of a space theme where it's Doctor Who. Just doing it at my diagonal. One like that. One more that's a little bit wackier. Get it on more of an angle, I thought. There, that looks better. Turn the edge over here. You can see how it's crossing there a bit more. And then I'll put one more. If I can find an edge to it. There, like that. We got almost a full diagonal covered in washi tape. And then I'm going to have the address in there as well. The reason I'm going with a little bit more washi tape on this particular card, I want that space theme, but I'm also going to be putting a singular stamp at the top. Right there. The address and the postal ID will go right there. And we're gonna go with a timey-wimey theme by putting in a clock in there too. So, if you're a Doctor Who fan, timey-wimey is a term you hear a lot. So it deserves a clock. But I haven't forgotten that this is also for our history fan, our lover of books that reads 50 books a year. So we're going to put a book in there too. Something like that. And then to round it out, we're gonna need a hedgehog, and we're gonna need a airmail sticker. So let's put, I'm gonna leave the top up. Let's put an airmail sticker there. And our hedgehog sticker, we're gonna put right up here in the corner. Or It's the center of the card, not even the corner. That gives me space for that, and I can do my writing next to it. There's our card. So yes, we are covering a lot of the washi tape up, but I wanted it to be a part of that background so you had that space look in the background. What do you think? So, are you decorating postcards today too? Are you a postcrosser? What do you do on Sundays? Is Sundays a day of relaxation that you can enjoy your hobbies? Do you do other things? Do you postcross every day by putting out a card whenever there's a slot available? Do you save it for one day in specific and do them all then? Do you only do a couple a week? How are you budgeting? What is your way of doing postcrossing? These are questions that fill my mind from time to time. How are other people doing it? This is how I do it. It's not necessarily how you do it, but enjoy it however you do. Have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?